10.
Oh my God, your answers are so funny, Kabir.
I was expecting that he'll say I live in a house.
Mataji, you know the water was leaking for us today in our neighbor's house. In our neighbor,
Let us speak now.
we can water the plants. It was coming outside.
This
And
advice.
it went all to the street and to the walk side. It went everywhere, and then we tried to stop it, and the neighbors came outside and they helped us. Today, the water was not coming until 5:15.
Yeah, water stopped, Mataji. Now only this water came.
Yes.
The water must be playing tricks with you. See, Kabir lives in a house. Kabir said he lives in a house.
I live in a house too.
When I asked you, Kabir, where do you live? I just felt that Kabir was going to say that he lives in a house. How old are you, Kabir?
I'm good, but I'm 6 years old.
You're 6 years old. My goodness, you're a big boy now. Right? You're a big boy?
I'm a big boy.
Big boy. We have one more Kabir in the class, I guess. One more big Kabir is there. So when he comes, we will have two Kabir, two Advait. There are two of them. You're on mute, Kabir.
Okay.
Okay. You're so sweet. You should do some Krishna Leela. You should do some. You are very expressive.
Yeah. Thank you.
I will try.
I will try.
Very good. Good job.
Hi Krishna Mataji, this advice.
Hi Krishna Advait. Advait from LA, right? We have two Advaits. Hi Krishna Isha.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hi Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Sudevi.
Hare Krishna. When I start my computer, my laptop, the laptop asks, it's time to restart your computer. And I say, no. All my
Same thing, it happens every time for me also. Only on Monday, Mataji. Monday, Friday. Other days it never says to me. Only the days I have service, the day it says you have to do update, you have to do restart.
I say,
Mataji,
no, not
can I
now.
start the recording for you, Mataji?
Yes,
Will
yes.
you start the class?
Yes, Mataji, we'll start it, yes. I'll share this screen, I'll share this slide. Okay. Okay, we'll start with our prayers, everyone together. Om Ajnanatimirandasya
Shalakaya Chukshurenitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Saraswati Deve
Gauravani Pracharini
Satyavadi
Paschatadeshatarine Jai Shri
Krishna
Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda
Sadi Gauravinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare
Say beta. Say
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Very good. Okay, so we were doing this verse last week, 4.34. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll again start with the same verse. Okay, so we will recite it, everyone. Tat vidhi panipatena. Tat vidhi pranipatena.
तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन
I know it. Okay.
Tat vidhi pranipatena.
तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन
Pariprashnen sevaya.
परिप्रश्नेन सेवया
Pariprashnen sevaya.
Hare Krishna Sevaya.
Tad vidhi paripranipatena.
तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन
Pariprashnen sevaya.
सेवया
Upadekshanti te jnanam. Upadekshanti te jnanam. Jnaninas-tattvadarshinaः.
ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः
Jnaninas-tattvadarshinaः.
ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः
Tadvidhi pranipatena.
प्रणिपातेन
Pariprashnena sevaya.
परिप्रश्नेन सेवया
Upadekshanti te jnanam.
उपदेक्षन्ति ते ज्ञानम्
Jnaninas-tattvadarshinaः.
ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः
Tadvidhi pranipatena.
तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन
Pariprashnena sevaya.
परिप्रश्नेन सेवया
Upadekshanti te jnanam.
उपदेक्षन्ति
Jnaninas-tattvadarshinaः.
ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः
Very good. So, Kabir and Mukund, do you want to say this verse together?
Yes. Yes, Mataji.
Ask help, Mataji, okay?
Okay, okay. This is our little
I
Kabir,
need
right?
help, Mataji. I need help.
Okay. Okay, Kabir, 1 second then, okay? I thought it was the bigger Kabir. Okay, so Mukund and Vikhyat, you go together. Kabir, I will do it with you, okay? Just
Okay,
hold on.
Mataji.
Ma'am.
तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन
तद्विद्धि
सेवया उपदेक्षयन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः
Very good. Mukund, did you say it?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So, Sai, Tanvik and Advait, you want to go together?
Yes.
Okay, Mataji. Tatvidhi panipatena.
तद्विधि प्रणिपातेन प्रणिपश्येन सेवया उपदेक्षन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः.
Thank you, Mataji.
Very good. Okay, we have Ankit Sharma. Who is Ankit Sharma?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. I didn't see you anytime. Can you turn on your video? Is it okay?
Oh, ma'am. No, Mataji.
Okay, never mind. So Ankit, do you want to say this verse?
In India, yeah, and it's dark here.
You are in India?
Yeah.
Hari bol. Where? Which part of India you are in?
Northeast, Guwahati.
Guwahati. Okay. Hari bol. Did you attend this class for the first time, Ankit? Are you attending first time?
Yeah, Mataji.
Okay, very nice. Very nice. You know what? It is 4:45, 4:50 now. Around like just 5 minutes to 5. So can we give a big Hari Bol to Ankit, who has joined so early to join with all of us?
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol. Hari Bol. Very nice. Okay, Ankit, do you want to say this verse?
Yeah, Mataji.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadeshyanti te jnanam jnaninastatvadarshina.
Very good. Thank you so much, Ankit. Ankit, I'm joining from Pune. So you are from Guwahati. So that's Delhi, right?
It's Assam.
Assam. Okay, Assam. Oh, Gurgaon, I'm thinking. Okay. Thank you for joining, Ankit. Okay, then we have Isha. Isha and Rishikesh, do you want to say this verse together?
Yes, Mataji.
Tadvedi pranipatena
Pariprashnena sevaya
Darshinaha. Thank you,
Very
Mataji.
good. Hari Bol. Sudevi. Sudevi, do you want to say this verse?
Yes, Mataji. Tatvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te gnanam gnaninastatvadarshinaha. Thank you, Mataji.
Hari Bol. Then we have Vamsidhari Gopal Das. Vamsidhari, are you there? Where is he? I thought I saw him.
Divine Spotlight.
Yes. Do you want to say this verse? Recite this verse?
Yes, Mataji. Tatvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninastatvadarshina.
Very good. What is your name, beta?
Khushi.
Oh, Khushi. Hari Bol. Krishna Nana, can you start your video? And then you can go ahead with the verse.
Tatvidhi pranipatena pradipasnena sevaya upadekshanti te kshanam jnaninastatvadarshina. Thank you,
Very
Mataji.
good.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Kabir, should we do it together?
Yes.
Tat vidhi pranipatena
Tantarena Prainana
pariprashnena
Tandre Prashinda
sevaya
Saivaya
upade
Upade
upadekshanti
Upade Shanti
te jnanam
Tainaram
jnani
Jani
nas
Nas
jnaninas
Yani Nas
tattva
Tafwa
darsha
Dasha
naha.
Naha.
Very good. Tat vidhi.
Thank you.
Hari Bol. If you want to try again, you can try again. Okay, Kabir?
Yes.
You want to try again?
Yeah.
Okay. Tat vidhi
Taptiri
Tatvidhi.
Taptiri
prani
Prani
patena
Pantena
pari
Peri
prashnena
Prashnina
sevaya
Vaisvava
upade
Upide
shanti
Shanti
te
Ti
jnanam
Yamyam
jnaninas
Yaninas
tattva
Tafwa
darshinaha.
Dachya.
Very good. Very nice.
Thank you.
Okay. Hari bol.
Hi, boss.
So now, okay, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead with the, yes. Mukund, can you read the translation for us, please?
Yes, Mataji. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively, and render service unto him. Self realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So now I want to ask you one question over here is, suppose you are giving a class. Okay. You all are giving a class. Suppose anybody of you is giving a class. And then you think of quoting this verse. What would be the ideal time when you will think of quoting this verse? Everybody's getting my question? That suppose you are giving a class.
I would
Okay.
quote. I would quote this verse when I'm talking about like you need a spiritual master.
Okay. Mm,
How to approach a guru?
very good. Who said that?
Kyron.
Who? Tanvik. Okay. Okay. Who was where did the new child go? What was his name?
Kyron.
Ankit, right? That Ankit
Kyron.
Sharma, right?
Iron.
Say loudly.
Kyron.
Kyron Iyengar. Say.
Kyron Angar.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No. The new child who joined from India, I think he left or he must have lost connection. Okay. So, okay. So then one of you said that when we have to ask about the spiritual master and what did
Ivan said that he's a new student. This is the first time I seen him.
oh, who is this?
Ivan.
Kevin, where is he? Okay. Kyron, you've joined for the first time?
No,
Weekend first time. Say.
weekend first time.
Okay. Okay. You were there last week, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen you. Haribol. There was one more friend who had joined, and so I was just thinking where he is. Okay, no worries. Okay, so now, so what we said, we have to, whenever you have to, if you listen to Srila Prabhupada's classes, Srila Prabhupada has quoted so many verses so many times, right? And when in the Bhakti Sangha also so many wonderful Matajis give classes, they quote verses so very easily. And you know who? Indradhyumna Maharaj, in one of his classes, he said that I think Indradhyumna Maharaj or it was Vaisheshika Prabhu. He said that in any class, when you, if you quote the verse even 3 times at different instances, that verse become yours. That means you can anytime, anywhere think about quoting that verse. Just like how yada yada idharmasya has become so common, right? Like when you know that the advent of the Lord, then you say that verse. Why is the Lord adventing? Then you just continue with that verse. So like these verses, if you want to make your preaching more effective, so that you can take the Bhagavad Gita to each and every person's heart, then see to it that these verses are memorized along with the translation. Because if the translation is known, then what will happen? You will be able to understand what the verse is saying. And when you understand that, quoting that in a platform wherever you are speaking, forget about any class also. You are talking among your friends. Okay. And then if you when you become a little bit more big, when you are ready for your initiations and you really think that you have to take initiation, and then some of your friends says that why do you need to take initiation, why do you need to have a spiritual master, then Mukund, what would you tell him?
I need to have a spiritual master so that they can guide my life.
Okay. And then how?
Vrindavan.
Okay, then Vikhyat, can you tell me like how will you make it more effective so that that person understands, because everybody will look for some proof. Vikhyat, can you tell me?
Can you repeat the question one more time, Mataji?
Like when I asked Mukund, suppose same question I ask you, that in future when you are thinking of taking initiation, and then you think that okay, I have to take initiation, and one of your friends says, hey Vikyat, why are you taking initiation? Why do you need a spiritual master? Then what would you answer him?
So if we inquire submissively from him, and we render service to him, he can impart knowledge unto you, because he has seen the truth and we are in ignorance.
Okay, then how will you quote the Tanvik? Will you quote the verse from the Bhagavad Gita?
Yes.
Okay, which verse will you quote?
I would quote is the advent of Lord Krishna. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanti bharata. So my dad kept the audio, so I listened. It said 3 times. So it said
Very
yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. That's what
okay.
it said.
Okay. So, but for this instance, when we are asking about spiritual master, that time, which verse will you say? Anirudh, do you want to share? Vikyat already told the translation. Or Vikyat, do you want to go with? Okay, Anirudh is there. Yes, Anirudh.
You would say Tadvidhi Pranipatena Pariprashnena Silvaya Upadekshanti Te Jnanam Jnaninas Tattvadarshanaha.
Very good. So, are you understanding what I'm trying to tell you all? Everybody is understanding? Why are we repeating this question? So
Yes,
that, yes. Somebody had a question?
I don't understand.
Okay, so Isha, what are we saying is, see, when when you listen to any classes, there are different instances, there are different times when suppose now suppose now your mom is showing you telling you a story when you were 2 year old. Okay, that see Isha, when you were 2 year old, you were playing with some the flour is there, which you make atta, which you make chapati with. You were playing with that flour and you had all the flour all over your face. When she tells you this, then you will want to see that photo, see that picture, right? Or then you might say, oh mom, you are just making it up. Then what she will do, she will go in the photos and then she will try to show you that photo whenever you have done that, isn't it? So then you will believe it, you will trust it more effectively. You will trust it. Oh yes, I did this at this time. So the same way, we are when you are telling someone something, when you are trying to make someone understand, and specifically when you are trying to make them understand from the scriptures, then you have to always show them an evidence. So now what are you trying to tell them? I gave you a condition. I gave you a condition which might come in future, wherein you want to take a spiritual master, you want to take guidance from a spiritual master. So then you are going to take initiation. So that time somebody will come and ask you that why do you need a spiritual master? So when somebody asks you a question like this, you should be able to quote from the shastras, so that that person understands it, that okay, this is nothing that this person has made it up by himself, but it is mentioned in the scriptures, that the scriptures mention that you should take a spiritual master, you should approach to a spiritual master, and when you are asking questions, you should ask questions submissively. Submissively means what? You should be asking in a very humble manner. You should not ask the questions in an arrogant way, or you should not try to ask a question in which you are trying to trying to challenge the guru. You know that you want an answer. Sometimes, you know what, people do not believe in some things, and then they will come and they will ask in a mood that they are trying to challenge you. Okay, come, let's do a challenge and let me show, can you prove it to me? So we do not do with the spiritual master in that sense. We want to answer to the questions, but it is going to be submissively, that means humble. Always if you are humble, only then it is the right attitude to ask question, at least to the spiritual master. Did I answer your question, Isha? Haribol.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Mataji, can I say something?
Yes, Kabir, you can say something.
Why we Guru has organization? Because when Guru helps us, Krishna, when we go back to Krishna.
So sweet. So sweet, Kabir. Yes, by the mercy of Krishna, we are going to get a guru. And by the mercy of Guru, we will get Krishna. Isn't it? Such a nice two-way, right? It is a seesaw. When you get Krishna, you get a guru. When you get a guru, you get Krishna, right? Very nice understanding, Kabir. Very nice. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Okay, so did we understand when will we quote this verse or when will we try to say this verse? So whenever you are explaining someone or whenever you're talking to someone, see to it that you're using these verses, okay? And in your Sunday presentations, try to come up and then recite these verses. And if you recite it with the translation, I will be so happy. Kabir, will you join our Sunday class?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes. So, and then you will recite this verse this Sunday. Will you make
Yes.
it ready?
Yes.
Okay. I'll join it for you then. Then we will see
Okay.
how you're doing. Okay. Sunday
Mataji, this
class.
Sunday we
Yes.
don't have the class, Mataji, because it's a long weekend one. And the other thing, who registered, they had floods in their area, New Orleans, Subhadra. So they have to cancel the
Okay.
person,
Okay.
Mataji. Subhadra
Okay. So
registered
this.
and she got cancelled. That's why. And long weekend is also there. That's why we are giving that. But next week again, Vrinda is going to give afterwards.
Okay.
So is there going to be that class also? What Sunday class?
Yeah. So this Sunday we do not have it, Kyron, but every Sunday at 1 p.m. CST, 1 p.m. right, Mataji? I think 1 p.m.
Yes,
One-
Mataji. Yes, Mataji. 1 p.m.
1 p.m. Yes. So every Sunday at 1 p.m. Only this Sunday it wouldn't be there. But then every Sunday at 1 p.m. there is a class wherein one child, he volunteers and he talks on a topic. Okay, like suppose he's talking on some of the Krishna Katha or he's talking on one of the Krishna's pastime. Okay, and then he makes a slide or he talks about it. And after the child is done, then all of you, whatever you have learned in all throughout the week, whatever you have memorized, or if you know anything, they present it, they narrate it over there or they recite it over there. Okay.
Mataji, is this Saturday class or no?
Saturday, I think it should be there. Saturday, your prayers class.
I think there is, Mataji.
Yeah, it would be there. So, Kyron, are you there in the WhatsApp group?
No, my mom.
Damodar group.
You there in the
Damodara group.
Damodar group? Okay, so all the announcements, like half an hour before the class, the announcements are sent so that you don't miss on any class. Okay, from Monday to Sunday, every day at different times it is there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll go back. Yes, anybody had a question?
Can I tell someone one thing?
Yes, Tanvik.
I can see in the picture, I can see Lord Vishnu and I see Dhruva Maharaj. I can
Yes.
see Lord Krishna and Arjuna. And I can
Yes.
see Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, and Lord Shiva. And
Yes,
that's what I
very
can
nice.
see.
Very nice. So now see over here, Lord, when the Lord appeared in front of Dhruv Maharaj, see Dhruv Maharaj was in penance. He was doing his sadhana. Okay, and when it was like when the Lord was happy with his sadhana, he gave him his darshan, right? So what the Lord has said, that there are various ways by which we can acquire him. Okay, someone can do a lot of penance, someone can do a lot of this sadhana wherein they are doing yogic sadhana. Over here, Arjuna was not doing any penance. He was not sitting in any forest and he was not meditating on the Lord. But he was on the battlefield and there he was asking the Lord in a very submissive way. He just kept his bow and arrow and he says that, Krishna, I am your disciple. Please guide me now. Please help me now. Okay. So it can be any way that a person tries to reach the Lord. So no way is going to be wrong. So it can be any way that you try to reach the Lord. Then over here we saw, give example of, see what are we trying to understand? The verse says over here that just try to learn the truth. Okay, try to understand the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Okay, so over here we saw that they are trying to understand the absolute knowledge by approaching the Lord himself. Over here we are trying to understand that Parikshit Maharaj, okay, Parikshit Maharaj just had 7 days to live. Okay, and in that small time, instead of looking at all other things he could complete, what other things he could finish off. See, when in this material world, in this world, when we think of, oh, I have less time, then what do? We will try to finish away. Okay, is my son good? Is my family member good? Is my house everything settled? Everything is good. But Parikshit Maharaj, he left everything. Okay, he left everything, and then he sat down in front of Sukadev Goswami, and he wanted to hear the Bhagavatam. He wanted to hear the absolute knowledge from him. Imagine that this time when he knew that after 7 days he is going to die. At that time, when a person thinks about the spiritual master, what type of renunciation that might be, right? So, okay. See, then again, this is by any ways different means by which a person can try to understand from the Lord himself or understand from our spiritual masters. Okay, there is Vikya, do you want to read this verse?
Yes, Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha.
Very good. See, there is another verse in the Bhagavad Gita 7.19, which again emphasizes on the... Kyron, do you want to read the translation? Kyron, would you want to read the translation for us?
Yeah, Mataji. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders to me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare.
Very good. Now see, this me means who? The Lord himself is talking this, right? So see, the Lord is also giving us examples. He's also giving us different instances. He says, after many births and deaths. Okay, that means this is not an easy process. After many births and deaths, because see, now in this life, you have joined this class at what age? 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, right? We joined when we were like around 20, around what? 30. Then some of them might come to Krishna consciousness when they are 60, right? So at different times of their life, they join Krishna consciousness or they understand what Krishna consciousness is. Some of them might not be able to complete it, or some of them might not be able to understand it completely, and then in their next life they will again come and join when they are very... if they get devotee association, they will join when they are very young, or they might take birth in a family which is already a devotee. So what will happen after such many births and deaths, when one becomes a good devotee, one becomes a pure devotee, and he surrenders to the Lord. Only at that time, what happens? Such souls are very rare. It takes a long time, and that is what Srila Prabhupada says. Pack your bags in this life itself. Don't try to hurt anyone. Try to do your sadhana very nicely and try to take a spiritual master. So in this verse also, Lord Krishna is trying to tell us that take up a spiritual master and then pack up your bags. Now we will look at the words which said, because there was very hard words, right? Pranipatena. Okay, so pranipati means what? You must have the qualification to at least to find out a person who is actually qualified to give you real instructions. That you have to do. Now, last time, remember what we said? That suppose if I have to, Krishna Nana, suppose if I have to learn, Kathak, or I have to learn dance. If I go to a person who is going to play piano, can I learn how to dance?
No, Mataji.
No, right? So what do I do if I have to learn to dance? Where do I need to go? Whom should I approach? Whom should I ask?
To a Kathak teacher.
To a Kathak teacher, right? To a teacher who is going to teach me dance, right? So, but then I went to a guru. I went to a person who was a guru, who was good at piano. Why did that person not teach me dance?
Because he knows a different thing.
Yes. Do you understand what it is now? A person, if he himself does not know what it is, will he be able to teach you? No. If you have to become a doctor and you go to an engineering college, will you become a doctor?
No. You be an engineer.
Yes. So according to which person you are going, according to what knowledge that person has, as per his knowledge, he's going to tell you. So you have to have that, qualification or that intelligence first, that you have to approach a right person. So pranipatena means what? Means you have to have the qualification to at least find out a person who is going to give you these real instructions, because instructions everybody can give you. Okay, a medical college person will also give you instructions, a piano teacher will also give you instructions, a dance teacher will also give you instructions, but you have to understand, are these instructions there which I need for, or am I asking for these same instructions? Suppose I want to make gulab jam. Okay, I said gulab jam. I showed gulab jam to my students in my class, and they were like, "Can we make it? Can we make it?" In one of my classes, we were doing food and variety of food items. So we made a salad this week. So then when I showed them variety of food items and I showed them what I made on Janmashtami, they were like, "Can we make gulab jam?" Okay. So now if I want to make gulab jam, okay, if I want to learn how to make gulab jamuns, how many of you love gulab jamuns?
Gulab jamuns. I
Yeah.
made on Janmashtami.
You made on Janmashtami. Very nice. We are matching them.
I did too.
You did
I made
too?
it before Janmashtami.
Made it before Janmashtami.
Yeah,
Kabir, you don't like gulab jamuns?
I like it.
You like it. Kyron, you also made it?
Yeah, before Janmashtami.
Very good. Very nice. Who else made it? Raise your hands.
You don't.
Nobody else made it? Those are ISKCON bullets. When Srila Prabhupada came to US, he used to feed gulab jamuns as a prasadam. And by eating those gulab jams, all the people became devotees. So they are called as, did you know they were also called as ISKCON bullets? Okay. So then, So then if I have to learn how to make gulab jam, can I go to YouTube and I see how to make rasagullas? Will that help me to make gulab jams?
No, Mataji.
No, right? What happened? Everybody is sleeping? Only Isha is answering. And Tanvik I see. And Kabir.
No, Mataji, that would not help.
That will not help, right? So you have to, exactly whatever you want to do, you have to ask in that sense, or you have to always be, you have to always know what you're asking for and what you really want. And according to that, you have to approach a real person. You have to become a little intelligent, because without being intelligent, nobody can make any spiritual progress. Okay, so always Srila Prabhupada has said, work with intelligence. You have to do a lot many things in Krishna consciousness. You have to get up early, you have to do your chanting, you have to read the Bhagavatam, You have to read the Bhagavad Gita. You have to, you have to do the book distribution. You have to cook prasadam. You have to join the Govinda class. You have to join the Madhava class. You have to join the Damodar class, right? And then you have to play also. You have to preach also. There's so many things. Then how can I do it? I have to do it with what? How do I do it?
Intelligence.
Intelligence, right? You should not be overwhelmed. Oh, I have to do so many things. Forget about this thing. I'm not going to do anything. Can I do that? No, but I have to do
No,
it with,
Mataji.
yes, I have to do it with intelligence. Okay, when I'm doing my when I'm doing my Madhava class, when I'm doing my Govinda class, I'm reading through the scriptures. Then if I can get up a little bit early, then I can do my chanting. So like this, you have to plan it out very well. And for that, you need intelligence. You have to work with intelligence. Okay. See, if you want to learn Bhagavad Gita or any transcendental subject matter, here is the instruction by Lord Krishna himself. Lord Krishna himself, because he is the speaker of this Bhagavad Gita. He says that tat vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. So what does he say? That ask questions and then only you will get the answer. Okay. See, all the above mentioned incarnations are either plenary portions or portions of the plenary portions of the Lord. But Lord Shri Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. All of them appear on planets whenever there is disturbance created by the atheist. The Lord incarnates to protect the theist. That means he incarnates to protect the devotees. Now again, if I tell you, if the Lord incarnates to protect his devotees, which verse from the Bhagavad Gita will you quote?
परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च धर्मसंस्थापनार्थाय सम्भवामि युगे युगे
Very good. Very
यदा
good.
यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्.
Very good. So you understood what we are trying to say? That whenever such a thing is given or whenever such a words comes or such a sentence comes wherein you have to quote or you have to give a praman, you should be able to quote a verse. So nice. So you should all be able to do this. Okay. So that way your preaching will become more profound. Okay. Vikyat, can you read this?
Yes, Mataji. If you have to learn, say, for Bhagavad Gita, then you have to go to a person where you can surrender. Not only surrender, not blindly surrender, you must be able to inquire. Pariprashna. The next qualification is pariprashna. The next pariprashna means inquiry.
Okay, pariprashna means inquiry. Okay, and the next we'll go how it is submissively. So see, if I have to learn in the Bhagavad Gita, okay, if I have to learn the Bhagavad Gita, then I'll go to a person who really understands it. And then I have to ask that person with a surrendered mode. See over here, this is Srila Prabhupada and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj. Okay, so see, he is taking the beads. That means this is the initiation when he knows that he has to take up a spiritual master and he has to learn from the spiritual master, because the spiritual master has learned from his spiritual master, he has learned from his spiritual master, and that is the way that the parampara is going to go on. Okay, Tanvi, can you read this for me?
Without inquiring, you cannot make advice. Just like a student in the school who inquires from the teacher, he's very intelligent.
Very good. So my Guru Maharaj, whenever we ask him questions, he is so happy. He says that you should be able to ask questions. Okay, that means he says that whenever you are asking a question, that tells us that you have been listening to what is going on. You will have a question only when you are listening. Okay, see, when you do not ask a question, what happens is either you have completely understood everything or you haven't understood anything. There is two possibility, right? When I tell you, okay, did you understand? And you said, yes, I understood, right? So then if I say, if you have any questions, you say, no, we don't have any questions. Then what I will understand? Okay, maybe these, all the kids, they understood everything. So they are not asking any question. And all else what it might be, you understood nothing. So you did not ask anything. Okay. So always be curious. Curiosity will lead you to more answers. Curiosity will lead you to more knowledge. So whenever you read something, try to be curious about, okay, why did this happen? Try to think. When you start thinking, then you are going to ask more questions about it. Okay. Without inquiry, you cannot make advance. Just like a student in the school who inquires from the teacher, he is very intelligent. These are all Srila Prabhupada's words, okay? So at different instances, he has mentioned this with respect to acquiring a guru and the knowledge from the scriptures. Then we come to the next part is...
Me. I want to read.
You want to read? Okay, Kabir.
It's hard. Okay, try.
Okay, I'll tell you to read these 2 lines. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Atato Brahma.
And
You want to repeat?
no, I know it. I already know it.
What?
Oh,
I
you
know
read.
this name.
Okay.
The Brahma sorts
Sutra.
in Sutra.
Hmm.
In the
Vedanta.
Vandava short
Sutra.
Sutra. I know what Sutra is. It starting and Shona for Brahma, invented Brahma.
You ask, beta. You ask your teacher. Say, Mataji,
Mataji.
help me. You don't
Help
want mommy
me.
to help, right?
Okay. Can I help you?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you say Atato Brahma
And Brahma
in the
in the
Brahma Sutra,
Brahma Sutra,
in the
in the
Vedanta Sutra,
Vrindavan Sutra,
it is
it is
stated
stated
Atato
Atito
Brahma
Brahma
Jigyasa.
Jasa
Brahma Jigyasa.
Brahma Jigyasa.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anirudh, can you read the next part? Hari bol. Anirudh, can you read the next part?
Yes, Mataji. Brahma Jignasa means to inquire. Inquire about the supreme subject matter Brahman. That requires a qualification. Ata. Ata means those who have become experienced of this miserable life of this material world. They can inquire. They can inquire what is absolute truth, what is spiritual life. Atato Brahma Jignasa.
Very good. So, Atato Brahma Jigyasa is, that means when one is going to, they have experienced that this miserable, this material life has so many things. Isha, you have something to ask?
Mataji, can I say the sentence over here?
Okay, I'll tell you to read the next one, okay? When the next
Okay,
one comes, I'll
Mataji.
ask you to read it. Okay. So see, in the Brahma Sutra, in the Vedanta Sutra, everywhere it is mentioned that you have to, when you ask, you have to inquire. And when you inquire it, then only you are going to get answers for it. Okay. See, then only you will get answers for it. And this asking, it is the qualification is that requires a qualification. Atha means that who has experienced this miserable life. Anybody, you know what, like, see, when you try to learn something, only then you will have questions, right? The same way, only when those people or those people who are experiencing the realities of life, and they are like so very they get they understand that, okay, in this material life, there are so many problems, there are so many things. And the important thing which I should do over here is now that I should really understand what the reality is, and then I should surrender to the Lord. So only when you understand what type of life we are living, or is it really a very happy life, someday my head is ache paining, someday something happens, or some or the other problem is there. So in this material world, every now and then there will be some or the other conditions which are going to arise. And that is the reason, if we try to understand it, whenever we are facing any problem, then we should try to understand that how long am I going to do this? Same things over and over again, same thing over and over again. After this life, again another life, after that life, again another life, and this life and birth, life and birth, life and death will go on continuing. And there should come a point wherein I should really take up a spiritual master and start my journey. Suppose if you are sitting in a train, okay, that train comes and it drops you at one station. Again, you take another train, again, you go to the same journey where you started. Again, you take another train, you come back, and that train again drops you to you do not know where to go. Okay, you do not have an address. You just know that you have to take this train, you have to go. So you take a train from, suppose from Delhi, it comes to Pune. You again take the train from Pune. It again drops you back to Delhi. Again, you take a train from Delhi. Again, you come to Pune. From Pune, again Delhi. If you keep on doing this, what will happen? You're just taking the train, coming. You're taking a train back, you're going. So you are not reaching anywhere. But on the other hand, if you ask some people over there, oh, you know what, I'm going to get down in Pune. And then from there, where is the ISKCON temple? Can you tell me? Or from there, where is such a place? Then those people over there will give you an address. Okay, go to this place, and then you will meet a person whom you want to meet. Right? So you will stop again going back with that train, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So there should come a time in everybody's life where you understand what is the purpose of my life. Why am I in first place in this journey? What is my reason that I'm there in this journey? And when you understand that, that is the point when you approach a spiritual master. When you have those queries, when you have those questions, when you have those doubts, you want those doubts, those queries to be satisfied with someone. And that is the time when you take a spiritual master. See over here, this Mataji is taking initiation beads from Srila Prabhupada. How fortunate. Isha, do you want to read this?
Yes, Mataji. Therefore, any person who seriously disturbs desires real happiness must seek a bona
fide spiritual master
and take shelter of him by
initiation. By initiation. Okay, Rishikesh, can you read the further part? The qualification. Rishikesh?
The qualification of the bona fide guru is that he has realized the conclusions of the scriptures by deliberation and is able to convince others of these conclusions. Such great personalities who have taken shelter of the Supreme Godhead, leaving aside all material considerations, should be understood to be bona fide spiritual masters.
Very good. See, and what does a spiritual master do? He is not going to tell you anything. Just like he's not going to tell you anything. What he is going to tell you? He is going to tell you whatever he is himself preaching, or he is going to tell you, he will not tell you something which he's made up. He's going to always tell you those things which are really important for your spiritual progress. He's going to tell you only those which he himself is going to follow. Okay, so that makes him more authentic. It is not that we say, oh, you know what is the harm just telling that if only for preaching you are preaching it, but you have to follow it. You know the story of that person, right? A mom, her son was eating a lot of sweets. Okay, he was eating a lot of sweets, and she was really worried for him, that she thought that, you know what, now my son is going on eating these sweets. What do I do? How do I tell him? And he's not going to listen to me. So what she did, she thought that there is a sadhu, there is a person over here in the village who can who can instruct my son. And when some sadhu or when some maharaj tells him, maybe he will listen to me, or he will listen to at least them. And so with that intention, she took him to that guru. And when she told him that, you know what, Guru Maharaj, this my son, he is eating a lot of chocolates and eats a lot of sweets, and I want you to please guide him. Can you please tell him not to eat so many sweets, not to eat so many candies? Then Bharat says, you know what, come after 2 weeks and then I'll talk to him. Now she was a little bit confused. She said only he had to come and tell my son. He did not tell, but then she still believes in her guru and she says, okay, maybe I'll come after 2 weeks. And then she goes back. After 2 weeks, she again comes back and again is the same question. And she says, can you tell my son about not eating so many sweets? And can you please guide him? Then that guru, that spiritual master who was there, what he says is he talks to the son, he talks to that boy, and he says, you know what, boy, eating so many sweets are not good for you, so you have to stop eating sweets, or you have to at least eat it in a minimum quantity, or minimum whatever your mom says. You have to eat it very little. Then but the boy says, okay. Now this mother is very confused. She said that this same thing you could have told me last week also. You could have called my son and told the same thing, yes, last week also. Why did you wait for 2 weeks to tell it to my son the same thing? It was so easy. Then what does that guru, that Maharaj who is there, what does he say? He says that if I have to tell your son to eat sweets very little or not to eat sweets, I myself have to control myself. I myself have to see that am I eating more sweets? Am I controlling my sweet eating? And when I could do it myself, only then I could tell it to somebody else. And that is the reason I took this 2 weeks time, he said. And then that lady understood that a spiritual master follows whatever he is preaching. A spiritual master will just not preach. He will follow whatever he is telling you. If he's telling you on Ekadashi, chant 25 rounds. On Ekadashi, if you can chant more rounds. On regular days, please chant 16 rounds. These are all things that Maharaj is already doing. Your spiritual master is already doing. Okay. Then the next word which we come to is Gyanina. Then who is left who hasn't read? Kyron, do you want to read this?
Yeah, Mataji.
Hi.
Jnanina means
Gyani.
Jnani, or a man who is in perfect knowledge. Perfect knowledge means one who has perfect vision of the perfect, not theoretical, but the actual vision of the spiritual subject matter. He is called Jnani.
Jnaninas Tattva. Very good. Thank you so much. Samhita, do you want to read this? Tattva means, I should repeat and you can repeat after me?
Yes.
Tattva means?
Tattva means
the absolute truth.
The absolute truth.
Now?
Now,
So far, Tattva is concerned,
Tattva is concerned,
you will find in the Bhagavad Gita
in the Bhagavad Gita
that Krishna is
that Krishna is
the supreme Tattva,
the supreme Tattva,
absolute truth.
absolute truth.
Very good. Okay. So now what is it saying? That Gyani means the Gyan, that is the knowledge, or a man who is in perfect knowledge. Gyan is knowledge, and Gyani na means a person who is in knowledge. Okay. So whom should you take the knowledge from? You should take a knowledge who is Gyani na. That means that person who already has the Gyan, that person who already has the knowledge. Okay. And knowledge about whom? Does he have the knowledge about how movies are made? Or does he have the knowledge about how, what? All mundane things, or how a newspaper is made, or everything? No. What are we talking about? Mukund, can you tell me what is the knowledge which we are acquiring or which we are needing for?
Knowledge about the absolute truth.
Okay. Kabir, do you want to tell what knowledge we are talking about?
About Krishna.
Very good. So, Devi, what is the knowledge that we want about?
Krishna.
Krishna. Very good. So, knowledge about the Supreme Tattva, that is the Supreme Lord. And only when you do that, and how are you going to do that? We are going to, how will you get the knowledge? Anyone? When you
Ask the Guru.
Yes, very good. Very good. When you ask
Krishna.
yes, and that asking is called as inquiry.
You ask Krishna.
Yes, that asking.
Master.
Yes, that asking is called as making inquiry. Okay. And how do you inquire? Anyone? How do you inquire?
Submissively.
Very good. We do not challenge the Guru. We do not ask any irrelevant questions. Okay. We have to respect the Guru, and we have to respect the knowledge which he has. You have to respect the parampara from which he is coming, and you have to ask him submissively. You are not going to challenge the Guru. Okay, I have read the Bhagavad Gita now. Let me ask what is there. Yes, Kabir, you have some question? Let me see a smile on your face. Yes, that smile is nice, right? So you're not going to challenge in any nonsensical way, any nonsense way, not going to have any nonsense, and we are not going to do anything which is going to not fit in the proper point of pariprashnena. Okay? Inquire with the way of having a seva attitude. That means you want to learn something. That should be our mood. Okay? And then we come to the end of it is. Okay. What was this? Which story is this? Let me just see. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll quickly read it, okay? See, one day a young boy went to Gurukul. So now we'll just start telling a story so that we can understand what we have taught. Okay. Once a young boy went to a Gurukul to learn from the Vedas. He was so excited since his master was renowned and apt in Shastras. He was a perfect guru. He went to his master and thus said, "My dear sir, I would like to learn Vedas from you." The master immediately replied, "Oh dear boy, it is not a 1 year course. It is 12 years course. That means 12 years you will have to become my disciple. Are you ready to learn Vedas? I'm going to ask question on this. So everybody is going to pay attention. Kabir, we are telling a story. So Devi, we are telling a story. Okay, so listen to the story. So when this boy went, the Guru said that this is not a 1 or 2 year course. It is 12 years you will have to become my disciple. The boy was extremely passionate and immediately signed up for the course. He said, yes, definitely. I am okay for 12 years. In the ancient system of Vedic education, the student goes into the Gurukulam and learns the Vedas for 12 years. This is how the education was taken. Now in schools, you go till 12th standard, right? But over here, what you do, you go to school, you come back home, you go to school, you come back home. But over there, the 12 years, these students, they stayed with the Guru, they served him, they did whatever it was asked from him, and they did the sadhana. That was the Gurukulam system. So this boy enrolled with the master and learned the Vedas for 12 years. At the end of this course, there is an examination to certify that the student has passed all the courses. So there's an exam, just like every year you have an exam, right? When it was time for the boy to graduate, what did this boy fix the date with the master for graduation? He said, okay, I'll come and give the date on a specific day. On that day, when the boy went and presented himself before the master for graduation, his master told him that he was very busy and he would not have time to conduct the exam. What did the master say? That suppose the person said, the boy said, okay, you know what, Monday, 8 o'clock, I'm coming for the exam. And when he came at that time, the master said, you know what, today I'm a lot busy. I cannot take up your exam. It is normal that masters are busy because they're doing so many things, right? So it happens. It's normal procedure for the master to have his disciple recite certain portion of the Vedas, and they are graded appropriately. That means those people, those children, those students, they are told, okay, from Srimad Bhagavad Gita 4.34, recite it. Then you have to say, Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Then I will say, okay, you're passed. Like this, the Guru asks him different verses. So he asked the boy to go to the backyard and stand next to a particular tree. He asked him to recite a certain part of the Vedas. Okay, so the Guru is taking up his test. The tree upon completion will shed some leaves. Now see, this is mystical because it was olden times, right? When you sing, it could rain. When you sing, it could be a different season. That was such pious time. So this Guru said that once you complete your verse, this tree will shed some leaves. The master asked the boy to count the number of leaves as they signify the number of mistakes committed during the recital. See, that means when he's saying the verse under that tree, there will be leaves falling from that tree. And how many ever leaves fall from that tree, those many mistakes were made by this boy when he was reciting the verses. This was the test. The master asked the boy to count the number of leaves. This was a new test for the little boy, and he was eager to take up this test. The boy was cognizant of the fact that before reciting the Anuvaka, that is the verse, he had to invoke Lord Ganesha. Okay. So what he said, okay, Ganesha is the Lord that he is going to take away all my obstacles, right? In our path of bhakti also, Narsimhadeva, Ganesha, they are going to take away the obstacles from your path of devotion. So he recited verse which could invoke Lord Ganesha so that he does not make any mistake. The moment he invoked Ganesha, all the leaves from the trees had fallen down. He did not even start reciting. And all the leaves from the trees fell down. This little boy was baffled by the incident. He was so confused at what happened. I haven't even started. I've just taken the name of Ganesha and everything fell down. He went into the master's chamber and narrated the whole incident. He said, go Gurudev, look what happened. I did not even start. I just told the Lord Ganesha's blessings and see what happened. The master immediately knew what had happened. He told him that before one invokes Lord Ganesha, Lord Krishna, or any other deity, one need to do a dhyan of his Guru. Now remember, after when we said the Mahamantra today, before the class started, when you said the Mahamantra, then for a few minutes, I just closed my eyes and my hands and I was saying something. Did you notice that? Yes?
No, Mataji.
Okay, when you say the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, after that for few seconds, I will be always any speaker.
I did.
You did, right? So then what was I doing? That I was praying to my Guru Maharaj first. Okay? I said Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Naminamine, right? So what did I do? First, I'd go with my spiritual master, and then I go with Srila Prabhupada. So I'm praying to my spiritual master that my spiritual master, I'm not giving, I'm trying to tell these small kids something. Please help me. Then through my spiritual master, I do not go to the Lord directly. Then through the spiritual master, I approach Srila Prabhupada. Then I take blessings from Srila Prabhupada. And then I tell Srila Prabhupada that please give me Krishna's blessings. Because I directly cannot take that, because I will be making 110 mistakes in that. Right? So I approach my Guru and I tell my Guru that please get Krishna's blessings for me, so that at least I can speak something. Right? So this should be our mood. So what did this boy, what did the spiritual master, he knew? He told him that before one invokes Lord Ganesha, Lord Krishna, or any other deity, one need to do dhyan of his Guru. You have to take blessings from your Guru. The Guru will take blessings from his Guru, and that Guru will take blessings from his Guru, and then it will be passed on to you. Meditate on the most compassionate soul who has bestowed you with this knowledge. So first do your pranams to your Guru who has given you this knowledge. The Guru will verily the compassionate soul who is the incarnation of the Lord himself. That means the knowledge which we are getting is coming from our Guru, and the Guru is getting it from his Guru, from his Guru. So that means the Guru is getting the knowledge directly from Krishna. Okay? And that is the reason you have to always inquire from the Guru very submissively, and the Guru is the first person whom you are approaching. So what is the moral of the story is, Guru bestowing us with the knowledge of the Lord is not a normal human being. And that is the first person we got to think about when we begin any event, or by doing so, that will automatically lead to other positive thoughts. Do you understand what it is said? That whenever you start anything, you have to take blessings from your Guru. If you say, you know what, I'll take directly blessings from Krishna, what is the problem? I don't want any Guru. I will just take blessings from Krishna and he will help me. What will Krishna say? Krishna will say that you have, you know what, yeah, when you go in any office, okay, when you go to any office, let me just stop the share. See, when you go to any office, any public office, wherein there are many people working over there, there is a big boss over there who is looking at everything, and you need some sanctions from them, or your principal, your school principal, okay, your school principal who is there. Directly, instead of going to the school principal, will you directly go to the school principal, or first you will talk to your teacher? What will you do? You talk to your teacher, right? You will try to make her understand that, you know what, this is my problem, and I think that I have to ask a principal for this permission, that I need some days off, or I'm going to India and I need 1 month off. So what will you do? You will go to the teacher. The teacher will go to the counselors, or the teacher will go to the coordinators, and then the coordinators will take it to the principal. So there is always a hierarchy in which it goes. Okay, so the same way, you cannot directly reach Krishna. If you want the right answer, if you want your things to be done in a proper way, you should always go through a proper channel. Okay, if you directly go to the principal, that principal, I'm going to India and I need 1 month break. Principal will say, who are you? Where have you come from? I don't know you. Go and take your teacher's signature on this and come. Right? Again, you'll have to come back to your teacher. So then you have to take your teacher's signature, you have to take the coordinator's signature, and then you have to give it to the principal, right? So this is what is happening over here also. You have to take your Guru's sanction, the Guru will take his Guru's sanction, and then it will go in a very smooth way. So this is what the Lord is trying to tell, that approach a Guru, and then the Guru will make your life more easier. It will become more easy for you to get whatever you want. Everybody's understood why are we approaching a spiritual master?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So
Yes,
then,
yes.
very nice. It's so nice to see your happy faces. Look, Sudevi smile, Kairan smile, Isha, Samhita, Kabir, Vikhyat. So nice. It's really very nice to see you all. It makes my day. Anybody has any questions, any things?
Mataji, can I show something? I know how to make my lips into a mustache. But now I make it into a mustache. It
Your mustache.
pretends
Yes.
mustache.
Somebody had something? Vikhyat, were you saying something?
Oh, no, never mind, Mataji.
Okay. Yes. Anybody else? Because I know now it is time for you to sleep because everybody is sleepy heads. I wish I could also sleep a little more time.
But not for me, because it's morning. I don't
It is
need to
morning
sleep.
for me also, Stanvik. But you know what? I really feel I should sleep for some time, but I cannot because today in our school there is Teachers' Day celebration. Tomorrow is Teachers' Day, and so there is Teachers' Day celebration, and then I have to be at the school. So if I want to sleep, also I will not be able to sleep. You all have sweet dreams.
We
Gaura
have
night.
Liberty Day.
What is it?
We have Liberty Day.
Oh yeah, you have a long weekend, right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
for Tuesday we won't have school.
Till Tuesday, you will have school only on Tuesday, right? From Tuesday on.
No,
No,
it's
we
on
will have 4
Wednesday.
days off.
Oh,
Sunday, Saturday,
wow.
Tuesday, Monday.
Very nice. Very nice. You're fortunate. I don't get any break. Okay, so you all enjoy your dinner, Prashadam. Okay, and then we will.
Mataji,
Yes, Tanvik.
for me it's now late morning. It's 10:32.
Oh, it's 10. For me, it is 6 o'clock.
6?
Yes,
Okay.
6 o'clock in the morning. And when you're tired, what happens is when you sleep for a little time, you feel that you're going to sleep for 5 minutes. And when you wake up, it is already 1 hour. It happens, right? Sometimes it happens. You feel, okay,
Yes,
I'm just going to
Mataji.
sleep 5 minutes. And when you wake up without without putting up an alarm, putting up any alarm, and then you just wake up 1 hour and then everything is lost. You have no time to do anything. And then you go on pouncing on everyone because you're late. Okay, kids, so we'll end this call. Vancha
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.